So first topic that we are gonna learn about Python is data types, which is very important. So there are actually 4 types of data types in Python. I'm just sharing my, I'll share my screen. First of all, I want to let you know that there are 4 types of data types: numeric types, sequence, maps, and special types. So numeric types are all those data types which are, used to play with numbers, or numeric types. And sequence are those where we have a set of data that we need to handle, like a string. String is a set of characters. List can be a set of numbers or a list of strings or words. So similarly, we have range, where we have to use it while looping, because we need a range through which we have to loop a sequence. Then we have different other types. We'll go through them one by one. And then finally, we have maps, where values are stored in the form of key value pair, and it is called dictionary in Python. And there are other special types which are non-escape, which while programming we'll show you. So now, what is a numeric data type? Let me explain you. So in a programming language, what is data type? Now, if you have to deal with any kind of data, so you need a container. In computer, what happens? They do not understand directly what we interpret. If we want to write a number, we have to first. So if I are providing a number to Python, they usually create an address like a container. They just provide a container. If you are writing, this is a line of code that we are writing, x equal to 10. For example, if we have written x equal to 10, what does this mean for Python? Python understands that x is the name of the container inside which we have kept a value that is 10. So this is known as variable, and this is known as value. So you can see that you can notice that this value, the value that you are seeing, value is always written on the right side, and variable is written on the left side of equal to. Okay. So always when you write x equal to 10, that means this value is being assigned to this. That means 10 is going inside this and getting saved. So this is known as, now what is data type? Data type is the value that you are providing here. Based on that, the data type is decided of this container. I mean, the property of the container. This is x is the name of the container, and it holds a numeric value. That means the data type of this container is integer, since 10 is an integer. Now, if in the container, if I am writing a statement in Python as f equal to 10.23, what does this mean? This container's variable name is f, and the value that I am providing is 10.23. So in this case, the data type that we are using is known as float. There are other data types, like if we are writing c equal to 2 plus 3j. Okay, c equal to 2 plus 3j, that means this is a complex number in mathematics. So that is why similarly, if a container is named c and it has 2 plus 3j inside it, the data type that it is called is known as complex data type. In this way, there are different types of data type in Python. Those are like int, that is integer data type. Then we have float. Then we have complex. Then we have binary. There are a few other data types known as hexadecimal and octal. How will you how will you know which data type is what based on the code is when if you see somebody is writing x equal to 10, that means it is an integer. If somebody is writing x equal to 10.2, then that means it is a float because it has a decimal part in written. If it has 2 plus 3, j, that means it is obviously a complex number because j is there. For binary, what we do, we write 0 b x equal to 0 b 1011. That means this represents binary, and obviously binary has combinations of zeros and one. So these are different representation. Even for hexadecimal, we write ox. That means hexadecimal. Then this is the value that we are providing. Similarly, for octal, we are writing o equal to o, 0o. The first letter is 0 in all the cases, and this is o for octal. And then the number of the value is 1, 2, 3. So whenever this is written like this, that means in these three cases, the container is known as x and the value is 1011. This is just in all the cases, these are the representations. These are not the values. These are just to make you understand that you are writing which data type. It makes you understand only that. So here also, if you draw a container, here the value is fe. Here also the value is 1, 2, 3. So in a Python program, whenever you will see x equal to any 10 or something like this, that means this is what is happening in the backend or the background, how Python is interpreting it. So, and you will, if you are asked what is the data type, what is the data type of x? Data type of x. Then you will say, okay, the answer is integer. But just by looking at the statement, you should know that it's an integer. So as I explained this, how the data types work. So when you are writing a program, if you want to know what kind of data type it is, you have a function, built-in function known as type, which can help you to further understand what is the type if you are not aware. So for example, in this case, as I told you an example, x equal to 5. We know that x equal to 5 is an integer, but what if we want to verify it? So we have to print it and write type. Type of x. If we are writing type of x and printing it, then it will provide me what is it? See, int. The answer is int. That means the type of x. Type means here data type. Data type of x is integer. So this is how you can know what it is. So here, what you have come to learn that what is the data type and what is the function that is used to get the data type, that is known as type function. So then there is a last data type that is known as Boolean. A equal to true. Boolean is something which accepts only true and false. For example, see, if I'm writing 5.2 or 5.3 and I'm running it, it will be a float because decimal came in. You see, it is changing to float, the type. Similarly, if I write true, it will be a Boolean type. It is known as bool. Bool is the short form of the data type in Python, but it is actually Boolean. Boolean data type can either be true or it can be false. So while programming, sometimes we require Boolean data type as well to know the status of the program or the condition that we have put in. So we'll come to that later. So this is how you can know. So with the type function, you can know the data type of the different variables. So once this is done, then comes the string data type. String is something like if you have anything written like hello world. This is a famous string. So if you're writing anything, your name or maybe any name, I'm writing my name. So if I'm running this, it will show me it's a string because I have included it in double quotations. So these are the different numeric data types in the data type category, then the topic that comes in is type conversion. What is type conversion? Now, what if in the programming language I have received a number that has value x equal to 10, but 10.5, but I want only 10. I don't want 0.5. I need only the integer values, not the decimal part. Then what we will do, we will convert into integer. Of course, you can see this. You can see this that x equal to 10.5 is a float. If I'm running it, you can see it is a float. But I want only the value 10 instead of the decimal point. So I have to obviously convert into int, because int doesn't accept decimal point. Only float accepts it. So to convert it, what we can do, I can just wrap it with a function known as float function. Inside that, I will write x. Sorry, I have to convert it to int. So int function. In the int function, I will just wrap the x value and assign it or store it in f. This is called storing, like in the container as I showed you. F equal to whatever I am writing here, it will get the value stored in f. So now, if what to know what is stored in f, I have to print it on the screen. So I'm just printing it and running it. Now you see I got 10. See, the 0.5 got removed from here. Why? Because I have converted the float variable x into int. So convert it, I have to wrap it with int function. So what we came to know right now is type is a function to know the type of data type. Int function is, or you can say integer function. This is used to convert or do the type conversion from any other data type to integer data type. So this is how it happened. Float to integer. As you can see, float to integer, how we have done. 20.5 is a float. And if I'm writing int, inside that I'm wrapping it with this floating number, then it gets converted into integer. Similarly, octal will be converted into, any other number. This is an integer number. Integer number is converted into octal number. Similarly, string is converted. This is a string which is converted into float. You can see this is actually it is number 10.23, but it is enclosed within double quotes. That is why it is acting as a string. A string will always be enclosed within double quotes. So that is why this particular line of code denotes a string which is converted into float. So, for example, s equal to 10.23. Okay, if I am writing print type of s and running it, so you can see I'm getting the class as string. If you ignore this initial part, let's run it again to show you. See what I'm getting it as a string because I have written it in double quotes. Now if I'm removing the double quotes and just writing like this, it will consider it as float. You can see this is considered as float. So what Python does is it automatically detects the data type at runtime. That is why it is known as interpreted language. So we have gone through the type conversion, data types. Then we'll move on to the next topic, that is collection and sequences. Till now, we have only learned about single valued variables. Now we will learn about a sequence of values. For example, a string, printing a string in a single line, printing it across lines, then indexing, repetition, length. So we'll go through each of them one by one. So let's say we'll print a string like s equal to what is your name, kind of. This is a string. So to print a string, I have to just write print s. So if I run it, I'll get what I've written there. So what if I want to write these two sentences in a different line? So in that case, I have to just write /n. What it does, this is known as new line. N means new line. If I'm running this, you can see what happened here is it has shifted it to the next line from here. Wherever you will write /n, that means it will shift the string to the next line. So always we use print to print the statement of this variable. So here S is a container inside which you have this value, and the data type of S is string. To verify it, you can just type and see what's S and run it. See, you can see its class is string, then it is printing the S value in two different lines because slash n is there. Now if I remove slash n, it will normally print whatever is given as a string. So once this is done, then we have seen repetition, length function, indexing. Okay. So what's repetition? Now, if I am selecting a short string, let's say boss. Now, if I am doing repeating it 3 times, now running it, you can see it is written 3 times. So this is known as string repetition. If you want a simple string to be repeated multiple times, you can just multiply it with the number of times you want it. So multiplication in Python is denoted by star symbol that you have on the numeric pad 8. Above that you have the star symbol. With that star you can, it is used to multiply in Python. So if you are writing it as 6 and running it, you will get the same result, like 6 times the now string is repeated. So this is known as string repetition. Then we have length. So there is a length function, len, similar to type function. Type function is, the purpose of type function is to tell you the data type of the variable or the container. Here length is to tell you the length of the container, that how many, what amount of string it has acquired or kept inside the container or the variable. So length of S, if I'm providing length of S and printing it, okay, you can say it is giving 4. 4 means this one, length of S is 4. There are 4 characters in the sequence of string, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why it is showing 4 number of characters. That is the length of the string. Then there are other functions like count, replace, upper, lower, title. So maybe if you write, for example, print boss or boss S dot upper, okay, and run it. So you can see it has capitalized all the characters of the string. Upper means you have to, if you want to write it in capital letters, for each character of the string, you can just write S dot upper. In PyCharm, they help you to find out all the functions. So if you give dot, you will get all the functions in the drop down of PyCharm. So you can just select whatever you want. So for example, upper is done if you write lower and run it. If you're running it, it is all converting it into small case. Then there is title. Titles means only the first character of the word will be capital. So it won't detect you any change because I've already given both like that. So let me change it to a small case and run it. You can see it has converted B into capital letter, rest all are in small letter. So these are many functions of string. So in order to access all the different functions of string, a data type or string variable, you can just write the name of the variable. In this case, it is S. So then after that, you just put a dot. After dot, you will get all the methods or all the functions that you can apply to the string. So we'll go to the next topic. That is very important here is slicing. Slicing a string is something which we usually do to manipulate a string. For example, what slicing does is, like, today is Friday. Now, slicing is represented with square bracket, and the first letter of, or the syntax of slicing is initial position colon final position colon step. So this is actually the syntax for representing a slice or the slicing of string. So what happens here is, if I print, for example, S2, 8, 2 and run it, you will see I got DYI. So what happened here is, I'm explaining now. So if we have taken a string, let's say S equal to today is Friday. So when it is a sequence, then the container, inside a container is, if you're writing the word or a sentence, they itself has their own index, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here the index is 0 first, and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Each individual character, including the space, is assigned an index of S. So, for example, if you are asked to print T, if you are writing S of 0, then if you print S of 0, it will give you a result like T in the console when you run it. Why? Because at 0th position here, you have T as a value. So that is why it is getting returned. So in a sequence like string, if you pass on the index, it will provide you the value, corresponding value. So what happens here is, in slicing, if you have given the initial position as 0, final position as 8, and then this is the step value 2. What does it mean? It means that we have to see the initial position, that is 0. From here it will start till 8. Always remember, if something is written in the final position, it will be always n-1, that is 7, because the index starts from 0. That is why it can, if you write the length till 8, that means it's actually 0 to 7. So till 7, the range of the questions range will consider till 7, 0 to 7, this string. Now, what does step mean? Step means you have to skip those values at 2 intervals. That means if you are writing 0, then you will skip this and then go to the next value, second value. Then again skip this, you have to jump. Step means you have to jump that many places. Okay, so you can see it jumped from here, and it will be T D Y I. This will be the result. And if you are printing the slice as 2, 8, 2, it will give you DYI, because it starts from 2. That means it starts from here. So let's say S equal to, okay, same, today is Friday. Print S of 3, 15, 3. I'll give you the example of the previous one. See, whenever it is written like initial position, final position, and step like this, that means first you will see the index 0, where it is. It is here at 0th position. Then final will be always n-1, that is 7th. This is the 7th position. So now you got the range. This is the first step. You select the range or identify the range, the range of text from S what you need to consider. Slice. You selected the slice. Now put the steps. That is 2. That means when you are picking up using the step, you pick up like from 0 you start picking up. When you picked up this T, then you provided the step as 2. Every second element you have to pick up, starting from 0 to 8. So 0, then you're ignoring O. You then picked up D. Then you ignored A. Then you picked up Y. Then you ignored the space. You picked up I. Then you ignored S. but you cannot go outside 7 because the range is from 0 to 8, that is 0 to 7, n-1. So you have ignored this. You don't have to go because your slice is considered from 0 to 8 only in the step of 2. So similarly, for this case, if the question is 3:15:3, so what will be the output of the result? Step 1 is mention the indexes. Step 2 will be identify the slides. From the first 2 fields. Step 3, pick the final answer using the steps. This is how get it.
I have a question. We don't count the space, right?
Yeah, we have to count the space as well. Hey, here you see, the 5th one is the space, 8th one is the space.
Oh.
Space is also considered a character in Python.
Okay.
Computer cannot differentiate between space and letter. Let's start solving it. Like this is how we can solve it. Like first we have to write it. Today is Friday. So this is S. Now what is the index? Index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can see S of 0, S of 3, 15. So first step is mention the index, identify. So we have mentioned the index here. Second step is identify the slice from first 2 field. First 2 field is 3 and 15. So you can check here which is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. A is 3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, A is 3. Till 15, that means here we have to go till 14 because 15 minus 1. That means here
14.
till 14. Okay, so we have the entire chunk from here to here. This is the slice. Now we will decide the answer, pick it using the steps. So we'll start A, then 3 means we will skip and go to the third person from A. A, then skip 2. 4 and 5 you skip, go to 6. 6 is I. Then skip 2 of them, go to 9. That is F. Then skip 2 more, go to 12. That is D. Then skip both. That's it. This is the answer. AIFD. Okay. So you can try once getting this answer. Try this. So the step is 2, right? So if you're starting with 4, then you have to skip this, go to 6. Skip this, go to 6. Skip this, go to this. What about the 10th one?
Oh, okay.
You have to go till 4 to 11 and skipping the steps, considering steps. So the answer will be YI space and R. You have to give the space. Space is considered as a character. So if you give space, then the answer is correct.
Oh.
Okay. So last one. You can just try this. 3, 14, 4.
Okay. Okay. Here the answer will be ASIA. Is it right or no?
Why this A?
Because the 113 is ended up at A.
But you have to see the steps. After I, you see the steps. Steps is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going beyond the range. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is okay. Yes, I. So you got it, right?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, because I think the last one also have to be counted.
Oh, no. First one have to be counted. So here you have to know that first one should always be included.
Okay.
Then you have to just see the step, consider the step, and pick the values. So maybe you can try once last, the easy one. 282.
So the answer will be DYI.
DYI. D is okay. Y. I.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7 won't be there till 7.
Yeah, this is 7 and then 8.
Okay. Yeah, this is correct. So now we will move on to the next topic. Similarly, we have learned about numeric data type. Like int, float. Then we have Boolean. Then binary, hexadecimal, octal. Okay, and then finally the sequence data type, that is string, which we have just now discussed, slicing, and other functions like length. In string, we have learned how to find the length with the length function. Here we have learned about type conversion, where we can convert one type to another, float to int. Then here we have, in string, we have learned about length function. Then upper to convert into capital case, uppercase. Then lowercase in the small letters. Then we have title. There are different functions that we have gone through. And we have also gone through the different indexes and how to access the indexes, like S of 0 will be the first letter, T for today. So to get the last one, how to get the last one, S of Y. Okay, so we need to write S of 14. S of 14 is Y. So Omi, S of 14 is Y. We want Y. So if the sentence is very long, it's not possible to count each and every index. So if we need the last one, we can just write L of length of S minus 1. This will provide me Y. So as we know, when we are learning length, we saw, right, when I wrote S equal to boss, length of S gave me 4. What does this mean? This means it counts the number of characters, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many letters are there? It will count. So here, today's Friday is actually 15, because it starts from 0 to 14. If you count them, there are 15 characters. So when you provide a function length of S, it will provide you 15. But S of 14 is Y. That is why I'm just minusing 1 to it, so that you get the value, desired value of S of 14. That will give you Y. First is, what is length function? What is length function in string? Okay, length of S. It provides you the number of characters in the string. Okay, the count. So what will be the count of boss? If S equal to boss, okay. So if I'm writing length of S, it will give me 4. How it is giving me 4? It is counting these values. You can see 4 letters are there.
Yes.
Okay, so now S equal to today is Friday. So if you count this, what will be the length of S in this case?
15. Yeah,
15. But in indexing, in property of indexing, if you want to print T, what you will write? S of 0. Okay, if you print S of 0, you will get the answer as T. Why? Because when you indexing always starts from 0.
Okay.
So it goes and ends at 14, right? So if you write S of 15, it will throw an error. It will say no data exists.
Oh.
Okay, because there is no 15 here.
Mhm.
So
That's
to
the.
write, that's why I am minusing 1
Mhm.
to make it 14 to get it. Now you say today is Friday is a small sentence. If I write big paragraph like this,
Mhm.
you can't keep counting each letter and say what is the last one. It's 1000 something one. How will you say? It's not possible, right? In that
Yeah.
case, what we do, we find the length function so that we directly get the value of number of characters. Then we just subtract -1 to get the last character of that
Okay.
sentence.
Mhm.
So that is why if you want to access the last one, this is the formula, length of s -1. This is a concept, small program you can say. How to find print the last character of the string. So this will be the answer, one liner. So now that we have learned different functions of string here, we'll move on to different sequence.
I have one question. Do they count the punctuation too?
No. Punctuation is to represent that it is a string. This is just a representation.
Only the letter and
Only the
space.
inside. Only the inside of this punctuation, whatever will be there. It can be a dollar symbol also. Anything, everything is included. Comma is also included. You have to see what is there in the double quotes. Double quotes is a part of string representation. So if I write, for example, if I write 10, it can be a number, right? If I want it to be considered as a string, so I have to do it like this. That is why this is used. It is not considered inside. It is just to represent it as a string.
Now you said there's can be a big paragraph or 2 or 3 sentences. So there is a
Okay.
so there a period or question mark or exclamation mark.
Anything can be there within this. So if I'm writing, hi, my name is Rose, I am teaching. Okay, so this can be written like this. So this is an entire sentence. It will have comma. I am teaching. I am Bose too. So it will also consider number. So whatever is there inside the double quotes, that will be the string. If you write length of s, you have to count from here till here. Okay. Don't consider this in the length. This is not a character. Characters are what inside it. Now, length of s here, it will be 2 because this is one character, this is one character. Okay, it is considering individually as letter, alphabet. It is written in double quotes and it is a string. It is not considering it as a number 10.
Okay.
If you just write s equal to 10, then it will consider. And if you write type of s, it will show you int. But in this case, it will show you string. If it is a type of s, if you are writing type of s in this case, in this case, since double quotes is there. So Python, when Python sees double quotes, that means it considers it as a string. So now this is a sequence type, like s equal to today. If you're writing, these are letters or characters. So string is what? Sequence of characters. Similarly, there is a data type called list. So string is represented with double quotes. List is represented with square brackets. So like this, you can write list. Or you can list like this also. Apple, orange. So list is what we know as list. Common sequence of elements. So these are sequence of elements. It can be number, list of integers, or it can be list of strings. Anything multiple sequence data type is known as list, which can contain anything, either number or string or anything you want, or a complex number. So, and this list is represented by square bracket. Similarly, one more is tuple. Tuple is a tuple. Tuple is also a list kind of, but it is represented with round bracket 1, 2, 3. This is known as tuple. So if you can see, every data type has their own way of representing the elements. This is representing it with round, this is with square bracket, and this is with double quotes. The string is representing it with double quotes. Then you have set. Set represents it with curly braces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is known as set. So these are the different sequence types of data type that we will be playing around. Then there is a different map data type that is known as dictionary, which contains, it can be written in curly braces, but in key value pair. Name equal to boss, then comma, then ID. Let's say ID equal to 1, 2, 3, comma. So there are 2, 3 elements you can write. So country, India. So they always exist in pairs. These are known as key value pair. This is the key. This is the value of that key. That it is known as map. These are known as map. In other languages, these are known as map because mapping is there between them. They are related to each other. This is related to this. This is related to this. This is related to this. So this is known as map. In Python, it is known as dictionary. In other languages, it is known as map. So this is a different type of data. This is one category of data. This is one category of data. Then you have integers, which we have learned, numeric type. These are different kind of data. So we do have 4 types. Then there are special types. For example, /n, that is new line. I just showed you in a program where we are changing the line. This slash character is known as escape character. So we use shorthand notation for new line as /n, because if we just write s equal to n, it will be considered as a letter. To make it work as new line, we just give /n so that Python can understand that we have to change the line. Similarly, there are /t, that means tab, that is a white space. If you want to provide a space, you can give /t inside double quotes. Like if I'll write my /t name, if I print s, then what will happen? It will do my, it will write my. Then since /t is there, it will give a space and write name. If instead of /t, if I'll write /n, then what will happen? This name will get removed and it will be written in the new line. This is how it will work. I'll show you how the slicing worked. We'll verify it once in the program. So the question was s equal to today is Friday. So now I'll just print. What was the last question we did? 282. So if we run this, see, we are getting dyi as you said. So then we also tried 3, 14, 4. And see ASI. Then we also tried 4, 12, 2. See, yi space r. Space is also considered here as a character. Okay, then finally this slice, when the slicing is done, I was talking about the length. So length of s. So if I'm printing, first let me show you indexing. Let's say s of 0. If I'm printing s of 0, I'm getting t. You can see I'm getting t. S of 1 or s of 5. Let's say s of 5. S of 5 will be space. It is actually a space. That is why we can't see anything. Let's say s of 4. See, s of 4 is y. If you start counting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, y is 4. That is why it is showing. Now, if I want the last one, that is 14, I'll get y again. So we got y, that is the 14. Now, what if I have to write it in the form of length? First, we'll print what is length. Print length of S. Let's see how much it is showing. So it is showing 15. The length it returned is 15, but I need 14. So what I'll do, I'll just write length of S minus 1. So if I'm running it, you can see I'm getting Y again as an answer. So this is how you can find the last character. If you have to find the last character, you will have to write this formula. Then after this, we have studied about list. Let's say we are naming the list as any variable LST equal to, if I'm assigning some values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if I'm printing this list, see, I can get the list printed like this. Now in PyCharm, if you want to comment it out, you don't want this portion as you have already covered the topic. So we can just comment it out. Commenting is done by 3 single quotes. If you do write 3 single quotes, enclose it, then you can comment it out. It will not be executed. I'm running this session. You can see rest all are commented out. Only this is working. So Omi, this is known as multi-line comment in Python. If you want to comment it out, and if you want to comment a single line, you have to write pound symbol or the hash symbol in front of each line. That is also possible. There are 2 ways. In each line, you can write pound or the hash symbol, or else if you want to write comment the entire paragraph, you have to just write 3 single quotes. In between that, you have to just put the text. So this is done now. See, if you don't give anything, print S of 2, 8. I'm not giving that third one. Okay. I'm not giving the third one. I'm just giving 2, 8. So when you run it, you can see it is coming days. What does it mean? That if you don't give anything, it will consider 1 by default. Okay. So if I'm giving 1, see, give you the same result, days. 1 means continuous. From 2 to 8, it will print. Okay. Now, the question in the interview they ask is how to reverse print the reverse of this string or reverse the string. How will you do in 1 line? See, one more thing. Here -1. Okay. See, if I am giving it empty, all empty, you will get the entire thing. Why? Because if you are not giving anything, first is considered 0. This one is considered the length by default, length of S. Okay, or 15 as you can say. Okay, and the third one is 1. This is by default. If you give it empty, see, I'm printing both like this. I'm running it. See, you're getting the same result in both the cases. Yes. This is the meaning of this, and it cannot be. It won't be 15. It's actually length of S. Length. It will provide. It's called replacing. Yes. Replacing, you say. Which one? You said that one when we replace the sentence today's Friday, so don't replace this. Reverse. You know, we don't put anything in the comma after the print. Oh, after the print. Yeah, here. No, sorry. Here you didn't do anything because for replacing the. I'm asking, this is called replacing or no? No. This is not. This is slicing, as it is said. You are slicing. You're slicing. Slicing is done with S. This is the syntax for slicing. After slicing, you're getting a new string, sliced string that you're printing. Okay. So now, how to do a reverse string? So now, if I do this, let's say I'm commenting this everything now. This one, I'm commenting out. Okay. I have only this. So see, I'm getting this result for empty string. Now, if I give -1 here at the end, you'll see it got reversed.
Oh.
How did it happen? You see,
Hmm.
step is minus. That means it will go from backward to front. And this is the whole string. You know, if you give empty, it considers the entire string. As I told you,
Yeah.
you just wrote negative step. Step is what? How you go move forward or backward. So if you give minus, it will move backward. If you give positive 1, it goes forward. Now if I give positive 1, it will take it like normal forward 1 1 1 step. Now if I give it minus, so it seems to be a difficult question how to reverse a string. You will do something or the other, but it's a one-liner answer. So you have to remember this.
Okay.
So this is a question that they usually ask from slicing. And always remember this slice. This is n minus 1, the second one. 3 to 13 is the range. Then it comes the step. Okay. So this is done. We'll move on to the next steps. I'm just commenting it and moving forward. So now we'll discuss about list. See, once you comment out, you can write anything. It won't affect the program. This is called, that is why it is called commenting. You're commenting whatever you feel like. Okay.
Okay. So we have to use the three inverted comma.
Yeah, 3 inverted comma. Yeah, it's shortcut. If you want to do 3 inverted commas, you can do like, if you have to comment it out, you just select it like this and click the single inverted comma 3 times. See, it got done. Commented out. Okay. And to revert back, you can click Control Z. Control Z will revert it back. Okay. So now we'll discuss about the list. What is the list? So as you can see here, list can accept a series of values. Okay. So I have taken a variable name LST. You can take any name. You can take only L as well. Okay. Variable name can be anything of your choice. So let's say I'm taking LST1. This and LST2 equal to taking a list as apple.
List equal of
Orange. So list can accept anything, any data type. I mean, this is an integer data type list, and this is a string list. So you can take any list you want. Now, if I print the list 1 to display it on the screen, I'm just running it. So you can see it got printed here. Got it right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now we'll see some of the things that can be.
The result coming together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I have just printed it. I haven't done anything with the list. I've just printed it. This is how it
list
gets.
1.
Yeah, and this is list 2. So list 2 got printed. So now, if I want to add something, so in list you can do many operations like this. Okay. Now, instead of my list, I'm writing list dot append 4 or maybe 6, 7. Print list 1. Here. Okay. For example, I will do lst1 dot. Then there are multiple functions that operations you can do. Like, string you saw, how can you capitalize all the letters by uppercase function? Then you have lower function, then title, then len function. So these are functions. So every data type has a function or operation to be performed on it. So for string, there are uppercase, lowercase, title, find function. Similarly, for list, there are different functions for different purposes. So let's say append. Append function is for adding something. Like you can see the list has 1, 2, 3, 4. If I give 7 here and then print the new one and run it, you see the new one has got list. The new list created became 7.
7. Okay.
Similarly, when you in a robot also, when you order a new new element or add new item in your order. This is how it works in a list in real world. Okay. So for adding something, you use append. And for remove also, you can do this also. See, now there is a remove button. The remove function, you can remove 2 from here. Now I'm printing. See, 2 got removed from here. 7 got added, 2 got removed. Because I was appending 7, I'm removing 2. You see the new list?
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want. Okay. There is one more famous, this sort. Okay, let me do it like 6, 9, 8, 0. Okay. Random numbers I have given. Let's say 3, 2. And then we have 5. See, this is sort. There's a function called sort. If I am running this, you can see it got sorted out in ascending order.
Okay, sorted.
Sorted means to arrange the elements in ascending order. Okay. So these are few operations. You can find other operations as well. Dot. Here, see, you can see if you write dot, then you will get all that. PyCharm is helping you to identify what all functions you have, like index, count, clear. So let's start with clear. We are clearing it. Okay. Let's print it out. Let's see what. See, it got cleared out. Nothing is remaining.
Nothing.
So you can just see whatever function you can play around with different thing, whatever is required in the question. So this is how list works. So then we will work on tuple. What is a tuple? So tuple is very important. For example, I have written this my tuple variable. I have taken any name you can take. You see, tuple is represented with round bracket. This list is represented with square bracket. Tuple is represented with round bracket.
First okay. Parenthesis. What do you say? First parenthesis or saying?
Is the one which is above 9 and 0. Round bracket.
Okay.
Okay. So now what you can do is you can also create a single tuple as well or multiple tuple. But in tuple, what happens now? My tuple dot. Okay. My tuple dot append is not there. So if I give same function like append to it and run it, it will throw me an error. See, it is throwing me an error. Why? Because tuple is a special kind of list where you cannot add or delete something. It's fixed, frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the difference. You cannot amend or make any changes in that list of tuple. If it's written 1, 2, 3, it will only be 1, 2, 3. You cannot do add or divide or edit the list. So that is why when you do a my tuple dot, you will get very less options as compared to list. You can only do count, index, and all those. Okay. So tuple is a special kind of list which is frozen, or you cannot do any changes, add or delete element. So
yes.
Okay. So this is what we learned about string, learned about list. Okay. So then we have tuple. You can paste this if you want. If you want this program, I can give it to you. You can run it in your PyCharm and check it. I'm giving you in the chat box. Just see the chat box. Can you access it? So yeah, you can give one more space and put a hash and write this is my tuple program above in line 22. Tuple. This is a tuple program. This is okay.
No my, right?
No, my is just the name I have given
Okay.
as a variable you can do in it. Tuple is the data type that we are studying. Okay. So you can run it now and see how it behaves. Yeah, see, you're getting 3 as an answer of line 24. What happened? It only count or index such functions can only work. Count gives you the count of 2. How many 2s are there in the tuple? See, 3. So that is the result it gives.
Can you explain a little more the tuple about the tuple?
Tuple is kind of a list where if you are mentioning, it's like a container where if you have provided assigned some values, once you have assigned, you cannot manipulate the items. Like you cannot add 4 to it by append using append, or you cannot do remove function operations. It's fixed. Once finalized, if you want a list, if you want someone to not make any changes to a list, you can convert it to tuple. Then you cannot do any append function or any, like in real world scenario, like there is a fixed menu. You cannot make any customized menu. In that case, you use tuple and you can provide the menu items written in the tuple. So now in the program or the robot cannot, if your robot is asked to add some more items to it, it will throw an error and say that we cannot add any more. This is fixed. In that case, we use tuple instead of list in the program backside. So tuple is like a list, but you cannot make any editing or addition or manipulation.
But you can count it only.
Count won't make any changes to the list, right? You're just taking the information. That is why only you can take any information like length. You find out length of a string, what you are doing. You're not manipulating the string. You're just taking the information, how many characters it has. That's what you're asking. Similarly, count is also you're asking something. You're not changing something.
If I say here the print length, can I try that one?
No, length won't work. You can, you just write print. Then inside that, inside the bracket. Print. Yeah, do that first one. Yeah.
It's not come. Okay.
Okay. Now inside the bracket, you write my tuple because you want to do the operation. Yeah, my tuple. See, it came above.
Okay.
Now double click. Now dot.
My tuple.
Now see, you have all the functions that you can do. You don't have length here. Length is only associated to string. Everyone has their own functions.
Okay.
Like slicing is only happening in string. You cannot do any other way. Okay,
if I do index.
Yeah, index you can take. Just take index. Now to provide the value in index, what you want? Index is like
2.
What you give 2? Let's see 3. You give 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, just run.
Then run.
See, you are getting 4. Index is position. 3 is in which position of tuple?
5th position.
It starts from 0, right?
Oh, okay.
So index, you know, right? S of 0, S of 1, indexing. I taught you in the while slicing. Index means the position. Position always starts from 0 in a sequence. So either it is list, either it is tuple. So if you start counting from 0, 3 stands in 4th position, right? That is what it is, providing you the answer. Got it? Yeah, you can write, this is a set program above that. Press enter. Yeah, there you can write hash. You understood, right? Why am I doing this hash thing? Why am I writing? Yeah, just note taking method. So now, if you run the program, right, here it will also give you the answers of the tuple. So you just comment the tuple out. Line 23 to 25.
23. Line 23 to okay.
You didn't select it. Just press. Okay, you can do that way as well. Do that. Yeah, that's also. You just saw, right? The below one also got commented. So now this is okay. So what is set? Have you heard about set before in mathematics?
No.
Okay. So set is like a list kind of thing. But if you in set, what happens? They do not accept repeated values. You cannot write 2, 2, 3, 3 multiple times. It will if you write. You can do one thing. In line number 28 at the end, just press enter
Yeah.
Press enter. Yeah, right. Print set one. Print the set one.
Print.
Print function. The above first one. No, this is not the one. Print. Yeah. Then round bracket. Yeah. Set one.
Set
The
one.
above, the above one, the above variable that you're using. Print that. Then it will be seen on the screen.
Set one.
Yeah. Okay, run the program now. Yeah. Just ignore the second line. See the first line. You can see the set one is printed 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Now you try to write.
Why the coming is here 4? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is the line number 32. I haven't explained it yet.
Okay.
So just
now my question is, we did the set one equal 1, 2, 3. Then we printed set one in the round bracket, and then we run it. So why there is 4 coming?
It is because it will run the entire process. Okay, remind me later. Okay, see, if you run something, it will run the entire page, top to bottom. It doesn't run line by line. See, in line 32, you have a print. That is why it is printing that new set, because you are doing a union at line 31. I will explain that later. Okay. First, you just ignore the second line 1, 2, 3, 4. Just concentrate on 1, 2, 3 for now. So now do one thing. In set one, go and add some more numbers, comma, inside the bracket. Yeah, comma. Add something which are repeated. Keep adding anything you want, comma, anything, comma, 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to add. Repeat it. Repeat. Okay, you said the same number. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Remove that comma. Now run the program. Did you see the print on the first? You don't have those repeated values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I didn't see that. So this is the difference between list and set or tuple. They can accept repeated values, but set doesn't accept repeated values. It only takes unique values. That is the property of set. Okay. So now, what do you explain before me about the set? Because it asked me, have I heard about set? Yeah. So set, that is what I'm saying. Set is used to store unique values. It accepts only unique values. Even if you give multiple repeated values, it won't accept. Okay. When it gets like, if you take a container, set container, in that if you keep adding, putting 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 or anything repeated, it will only take 1, 3 instead of 2. It won't take. So it always stores back in the program. Python only understands that set contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if you give twice, 3 or 4 times repeated value. So that's the purpose of set 1. Now set 2, can you add some more numbers like 8, 9, 10 or something like that in set 2? That's it. Yeah. Anything is fine. You can remove the comma, last comma. No. So now that is one more set you have mentioned. Okay. There are 2 containers now, set 1, set 2, 2 variables. It is having their own set of values. Now, like in a tuple, I told you have those functions like count, index, and in list you have append, remove, sort. You have seen, right? Every data type has its own functions. Yes. Similarly, set has its own function like union. See, set 1 dot union is given. And inside that you have written set 2. That means it unites. Set, you can unite to set value. Like whatever value set 1 has, if you do a union with set 2, it will combine both of them, remove the duplicates and create a new set. So just just run the program now. See, the new set contains all the numbers in both the sets, but they are unique, no repetition. Yes. So this is what in mathematics we use sets, because we have set chapter in maths where they teach this. They give a set, they give another set that asks us to find the union. In that case, we have to write all the elements that are there in both the sets without repeating something. So you can do one more, like you can write print. Print. Yeah. The first one, yeah. set1
Set
dot. See, whatever is there are so many things. What is it? Okay, so
yes.
and now in the intersection just pass set2
Set2
and run the program. What did you get? 2, 3, 4. So intersection is the numbers which are common to both the sets. Okay, so this is okay. This is done now. We can do some other things like frozen set. You can also use frozen set if you write. Okay, now what you do one thing in line number 28. Line number 28 at the end, press enter.
Enter 28 at the end. Okay.
Yeah. Just write set1 dot.
Set1
dot add.
Add.
Yeah, add. Okay. In add, give some number like 6 or 7 or 10, whatever you want, a number. 7, yeah. Run the program. You see in the first line, you've got 7 added. It's like a list, right? In list, we use append. In set, we use add. So now go to line number 35.
35, yeah.
So just write set3. Set3 is equal to frozen set. Are you getting frozen? FROZEN.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, just write that. Yeah. And in that bracket, inside the bracket, you can just write set1. Just create a round bracket. Provide S1. Set1. Yeah. Run it.
Frozen set1.
Yeah. Run it now. Okay. Now go to the next line. Set3. Now set3 dot. Right. Set3 dot add. Are you finding add now?
No.
Because you froze it. It's like a tuple. In case of list, if you freeze the list, it's known as tuple. If you use frozen set, it is the freezed version of set. So like list versus tuple has the same difference as set versus frozen set. So now you cannot do any addition, but you can do union, because union is all, or intersection is all getting information.
Okay. So we cannot do anything because it's frozen.
Yeah, locked. It's like locked. You have locked it. So we can delete that line 36.
36.
So just wanted to let you know what is frozen set. So now you can learn about range.
Range.
Yeah. What is a range? Let's say you have to write a number. You get a program to display that number from 1 to 10. Okay. So just comment this out. Okay. So now you can write this hash. This is a range program. Now we will learn about range. I want the display. In the display, I want the numbers from 1 to 5. How will you do that?
1 to 5. Yeah. I have to write down this 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So write print.
Print.
Just write it directly. Yeah. 1. Write 1. Yeah. Then go to next line.
2.
This is done. Go to next line. Yeah. Again, write print. I want print in all the in each line.
Oh. 2. Print 2.
Yeah. Just run it. Control Z. Yeah. Run it. See, you're getting 1 and 2 printed in 2 lines. So in this way, you have to print till 1 to 5. Okay, so it's working, right? You just wrote a Python program to print numbers from 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
What if I will tell you print the number from 1 to 1000?
So 1 to 1000. How come?
That is impossible, right? You have to keep doing it one by one.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Python is used to automate things, and we use range in that case. So I'll give you I'm writing a solution, and I'll send you now.
I in range.
Yeah. Now run it. Can you see the 1 to 5 got printed?
Mm-hmm. But you say 1 comma 6 or 1 equals 0. Okay.
No. I will tell you about range. Now you can comment lines from 39 to 43. That's it. Now run it. See, you're getting the same result that you did manually printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, I did.
You got it in a single line. Now instead of 6, write 100.
Instead of 6. Okay.
100. Or write 50 or 60. Anything, right? Yeah, write anything. Yeah. Run it. See, you're getting all the numbers.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So it's automating things, right? Instead of writing it one by one.
So the I represents something for I. You said I in
range. So for I in range, this I will explain you later. But you should remember, now I'm teaching about range. Range, what it does, this line means it is taking the value and printing I. I is a value. I is a container. I is a variable container. It is taking the value, asking the value from range. That is I inside the range from 1 to 60. Take all the values, and then in the next line print one by one.
Print one by one.
Whatever is there in the range, print that one by one. Take the value in I and print it one by one. So so we have to know what is the meaning of range. Range 1 to 60 means it starts from 1. It goes till n minus 1. As in slicing we do have. What was there in slicing we do? Whatever is written in the first position, that is the initial position. Then final is n minus 1. Then we have step, right?
Yeah.
If you write from after 60, write comma, comma 2 after 60. Line number 45. After 60, write comma 2. Now run the program. Go up. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
okay. See, just see from 1, it is keeping 2. It is taking 3. Step has become 2 now.
5, 7. Oh, okay. Only even odd position. 1, 3, 5, 7.
Yeah, it's not about odd. It's about after 1, you see 2 is the step. So 1, then it will skip 2. It will go 3. It will skip 4. It will go 5. So in slicing, you did right when there was 2 at the end. Step, when you are applying step 2 in the beginning, you were skipping 1, going to the second position, then again, then 4th, like that. So from the initial position, here initial position is 1. From the start 1, it is going to the second position, that is 1 to 3. Then again, skipping 4, it is going to 5, jumping 2 places. So now instead of 2, write it 3. And run the program.
Okay, 1 second. Because I'm writing the note, little note, that's why.
Oh, okay. This will always be there in your, anyways, in your PyCharm saved.
But if I write down, I will remember.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's welcome.
So 3, okay, now
Run it.
3, skip 3, okay, yeah.
See, it is skipping 2 places, going to the third one. 1, 4, 7. So in slicing, you saw string has slicing. It is same. The syntax is same. Instead of colon, here you are using comma. That's the same thing. For slicing, it has the same syntax. See, slicing, you have colon. Here you have comma. And then in slicing, you use it in a string or a name, word, sentence. But here, range is used for numbers.
But it's the same thing, the n minus
Same
1
thing.
and also the skipping the last
Same.
one.
It's all the same. Initial position is also same. All the same.
And the middle one has to be the up to the
In the upper limit n minus 1. See, it goes till 59. It doesn't go till 60.
Mm.
And in this case, 59 will not come because of the steps.
Mm.
After 58, it will be 61. So 61 doesn't exist. So it is printing till 58.
I get it.
Okay. So this is about range. Now we have the last one that is known as dictionary.
Okay.
Okay. It has key value pair. So I am just pasting it in the chat. Yeah, you can right click, run the program. You see the dictionary, country got added.
Country.
You can scroll it right side. Take the mouse to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, below is the scroller. Below. Yeah. You're taken too much. It go left. Slightly
Oh, yeah, you say I see.
Yeah, like this. Hold it and drag it. Yeah.
Study country USA.
Okay, so it's like a diary thing. You have a key or a value like name, John, age 30, country USA. It's always in pair, key value pair. Here key, there is a map in between them. Key is a name, value is John. Key is a age, value is 30 of that key. So it is kind of a list, but it has, pairing. It stores in terms of pair. And if I want to add, I have to create a new key. Then we have to write like line 50. Initially at line 49, we have mentioned only name and age. Okay. In 50, we are adding a new, like in list, what we did, list.append, then set, we did list set.add. Similarly, for dictionary, for adding, we have to write like this line 50. We are writing in square bracket the value of the name of the key and equal to, if we write after that, we give the value, then it gets added as a new pair in the original list. So this is how dictionary works. Yeah, you do one thing. You just write in line 50 at the beginning, write hash.
Hash.
Just comment that line from the program. Hash.
Okay.
Yeah. Now run the program. Yeah. See what is printed. Name and age, right?
Yes, name and age.
Okay. So 1 second. Just a second. So now the dictionary, my dictionary, contains the variable or the container contains only name and age for now. What I did now, I have to add a new thing to it, new element, that is country. So now we will write line number 50. This is the syntax how we write it, by equal to. So just remove the hash symbol from the line 50 and do one thing. Click on the red color circle on the left hand side. See that it's a red. Yeah, once. Click once. That's it. Okay. Now you see when we introduce line number 50, we are adding a new parameter. Now if you run it, it will add that element to the original my dictionary very container. Now right click and run it. So you get the country included in it.
Yes.
Okay. So do one thing. Press enter in at the end of line 50. Enter. Write my underscore dictionary. The above one, my underscore dictionary. Yeah, it came. See. Then give square bracket. Give that square bracket.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now in the single quotes, give the single quotes. Yeah. Inside that, write you write something like country has done. Okay. Age is their height. Write height, HEI, or weight, anything. Height. Yeah. Now go outside, write equal to. Equal to in single quotes.
No. You're gonna do chicken. Okay.
Just write equal to single quotes, space equal to. And give anything, 6 feet, 6 FEET.
FE.
Yeah, now run the program. Now scroll that on the right hand side. See, height got added in the list of the dictionary. Okay. So this is how we add in the dictionary data type in the form of pair. Now, what if you want only the info? See, this is how in real time in offices your data is entered in your profile. Like what is your name when you get hired in a company? This, or in your college, when you were in college, you have your iCard where your name is there, your blood group is there, your class or the program's name, or roll number, university ID. So these are mapping. They are saved in the form of maps and in the form of dictionary. So we use dictionary in that case, where you can relate one. What is it? Like a phone book. Now, what if you want only to know what is the height of this person named John? Okay. So what you can do, print in line 52, just write line 52, just after my dictionary, give a square bracket. Yeah. Inside that, write height. Yeah. Inside the square bracket, single quotes, height in single quotes.
Single quote. Okay.
Yeah. It already took. Okay. Now run the program. See, you got the exact height instead of entire dictionary. Whatever you want, use the key. Write the name of the variable or the container's name is my dictionary. You use that in the square bracket. Whatever name of the key you will pass, you will get the corresponding value. I got it.
Yes.
That is why it is mapped.
Let me see. If I do the S.
Yeah, do. Okay.
I got it.
Okay. So this is like maps. Now we have covered all the major data types. Okay. So one more thing is special character. Okay, you can do one thing. You can just comment it out. Yes, that's it. Now do one thing. Here write print or write this special character hash. This is a special character data type. Special data type. Yeah. Press enter. Yeah. Now do one thing. Write print.
Print.
Okay. In round bracket, right? I am. Yes, within single quotes.
Single quote. Okay.
Yeah. Right. I am learning Python. Yeah. Just run this. So you're getting that displayed there. Okay. So now what I want is I want the Python to be written in the next line.
Next line.
Yeah. You missed n in the learning.
N. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now what you can do is if you want to write Python in the new line, not in the same line, you can write before P. Just write n.
N.
Okay. Yeah. Just run the program. See what happened. It has taken n as a character. Okay. As a string. It cannot understand whether it is used to display it or to to create a new line. So what it does, just write the same thing n there, whatever was written, Control Z twice. Yeah, that's it. Now just before n, write a backslash before n. Backslash. Yes. Now run the program. See, you got the Python in the next line. If you forget while programming on giving the backslash, it will treat as a string and it will print wrongly as n, which I showed you just before this. Okay. So instead of n, now write t. Yeah, just run it. You'll get a space. You see, there got a space. This is a tab space. T means tab space. It provides a tab in between, a space in between the words. The previous one was new line. So these are known as escape sequence or characters or special characters. Okay. So this is the last one which we had. Now let me share my screen. You can stop sharing yours. So now what we discussed was
list.
see, you can see the screen, right?
Yes, I do.
We discussed about the list, how we add. While adding, we use append. For removing, we use remove.remove. Then there are a few more like clear. I showed you clear, count, sort. Okay, there are pop as well. Different, you can try it out, print and try it out. You will get different functions. There are many functions. Then we learned about tuples, right? Tuple, you can see it is denoted by round bracket. So tuple, you cannot do addition. Okay, you can just do print. Or you can do the index. Here you can see you're doing index, so you'll get the index. Okay. Here you can see tuples and are the same as list. The only difference between a list and tuple is that list is mutable, which means we can change its elements in the compile time, but a tuple we cannot. Mutable means we can mutate it, we can change it, but in tuple we cannot. See the difference here. Like it is written in square bracket, it is written in round bracket. This is mutable, this is immutable. Changing, not changing. Keys to dictionary can be used. Just now we learnt about dictionary, right? There we saw key, name is the key, age is the key, and it has values. So you can use tuple in the keys as keys because it does not change. You can't have two names or two ages of a single person. It should be unique. So and fixed. No one can add or divide. So in that case, you can use list and tuple, which we'll see later on while we do the programs. Then we discussed about range, how to print range of numbers from 1 to 10, 1 to 60 or 2 to 60 with steps. See, this is where we learned how to write. If you are given a program, generate a number from 0 to 9, you will just write 10, it will generate it. Because if you don't mention anything here, that means it is considered 0. Okay. Like in slices, in colon slicing, if we don't mention anything, it takes the entire string. Similarly here, if you don't mention anything, if you give the only the middle one, so it will take it from 0 to n minus 1, that is 9. In this case, you can write like this as well. And this is the normal one which I showed you. You have the initial position starts from 2, then it will go 4, then it will go 6, like that, 2 steps till 10. Till 9 it will go. From 2 to 8 it will print 2, 4, 6, 8. It won't print 10 because n minus 1 it has to go till. So we have left with a byte array. Byte array is simply a type of variable or data type which stores only one element, like A, like B in single character. A byte can only store a single character, A, B, C, and when you write initialize byte, my byte equal to, you have to write a B, symbol B, so that we can differentiate it as a byte. Okay. Then we have set and frozen set we discussed. Union, intersection. So this is a frozen set where you can, once you have written frozen set, you cannot do add. This will raise an error or remove. Then last one we discussed was dictionary. See, John, age, city, anything, age, gender, you can add some more. Okay, you can perform and you can access the particular city or age by writing city. It will return you. You can delete also. Like you're adding, you can also delete. Special types. So these are some special types. I told you about escape sequence character /n for new line, /t for tab.
Constant.
Constants are like pi. We know in maths pi is 3.14, that is 22/7. So if you write it in capital letter, it is regarded as a constant value. No one can change it. So whenever you write a program, like if you write a income tax program, calculate the income tax, so rate of interest is always fixed for all. So in that case, you can just write it in capital letter and write, you can give 5% or 10%. Then we as a programmer, we know that it is a fixed value. We do not have to change it later. We cannot do any manipulation. That's it. But it's not like we cannot do, we can do, but it's a convention that we should not do. So that's what. And then we have keywords like DEL. If you write DEL, and we have learned about list, right? If you write list of 0, that means the first element will get deleted. So del is a keyword. You cannot use del as a name of a container or a variable. It is a keyword. So the rule of keyword is you cannot use as a normal variable for it. We use a equal to 10, b equal to 20, or lst we use because those are not keywords. Those are random names. So here we can use del. We cannot use del as it is reserved keyword for deleting element. Okay, so the none type I will explain you later. When a container is assigned a value and it is not used anywhere, then we usually get a none type. That is when nothing is mentioned, no type, no data type is mentioned, there by default Python accepts it or assigns it as a none type. Okay, by default. If you don't have any value or a data type, then Python provides none type. This, while writing a program, I will explain you how it works. So these are all the data types that we have learned. And this is a naming convention that we use, do's and don'ts. Like you wrote like username as a variable name or user underscore name. You cannot write like this 1, 2, 3 user name of the container. It should not start with a number. It should always start with the alphabet, and you can add number later on, like list 1, list 2, set 1, set 2. You can write like that, but one set, one list, or like that you cannot write. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, these are some rules. How you should not use any special character like dollar or something, and you cannot use any keywords like del, if, for. Those are keywords which we will learn later. So these are the naming conventions. So that's it. Data types is over. Next we will learn about operators.